Welcome back, friendly neighbors and Spidey fanatics. Today we're going down memory lane and looking back at the 10 Spider-Man suits that have appeared on the movie screen so far. Spider-Man has had many alterations to his suit from 2002 to 2019, but without further ado, let's get started with the Human Spider wrestling suit in the Sam Raimi trilogy. In the 2002 film Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker makes a homemade suit from material he used in his own home to create a makeshift wrestling suit to wrestle Bonesaw McGraw for the grand prize of $3,000. This suit was made for the sole purpose of Peter raising money as the Human Spider before devoting his life to crime fighting as Spider-Man. The design team on this movie did take inspiration from indie wrestlers who used to dress really close to what Peter made himself look like here, and it nails the similarities to the one he had in the comics. This suit also created a lot of inspiration for future Spider-Man origin media for shows and movies alike. The first ever live-action Spider-Man suit on the big screen. This suit is the classic Spider-Man suit that you would see in the older comics brought to life. From the iconic web pattern to the menacing looking eyes and the removable perfectly aligned mask. This suit was originally supposed to just be a cover-up for Peter so he could fight crime easier with no risk of exposing his identity. Compared to his future counterparts, this suit doesn't have any gadgets or futuristic upgrades. Peter could do all the web swinging and different types of web shooting from his own wrists. Ugh, kinda nasty. However, having no gadgets or a durable suit did come as a huge flaw when Peter was at the losing side of a battle. But when you look at all of his battles, the suit didn't make the hero. Peter was always the hero.
Cool Spidey outfit. Thanks.
While people do love the red and blue suit, fans were mesmerized when Peter donned the alien symbiote black suit. Not a lot changed from the original design except for the black color palette and the white web pattern. However, unlike its comic counterpart, the movies kept the classic web slinging from the bottom of his wrists, while in the comics, the web shot from the top of his wrists. It also made Peter a lot more emo and edgy, but yeah, we don't talk about that. While it granted Peter a boost in his strength, agility, and quickness, Peter started to become more aggressive and bloodthirsty. It's a sick looking suit, but hard to get rid of since it's made of an alien symbiote that needs to bond to his body to stay alive. Ultimately, Peter had to be rid of the symbiote suit, but while they were bonded, they were a force to be reckoned with. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had mixed reviews all around, but what came to the forefront was the design of the costume. Rather than sticking with a traditional design, this suit has many alterations that make it stand out while having the look of something built in a teenager's garage. Peter's inspiration for this suit was the spandex on athletes, with small differences for design purposes. The differences were obvious, but not all that huge, such as the small orange lenses, the blue on his fingers, and the sneakers for footwear. But the real standout here was the return of the classic homemade web shooters from the comics. Despite that, the criticism was heard and changes were made for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which brings us to, while The Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't well received by fans, the Spidey suit was a big hit. Returning to a more classic design after the fans disapproved of the previous one, this suit is well designed with brilliant colors. Ditching the orange lenses for the big white ones, getting rid of the blue on his fingers and the sneakers on his feet, and highlighting the web pattern on his suit. This version of the suit felt the most like the classic Spider-Man suit from the comics, but with a lanky fit to match Andrew Garfield's build. As for the movie, the best thing that can be said is that this suit made the movie a little bit more entertaining to watch. It's also worth noting that this movie's Spider-Man was also the first to be the most creative with his web shooters, and upgrading both the suit and web shooters to fight the main villain. Briefly seen in Captain America Civil War but featured heavily in Spider-Man Homecoming, it's the suit that Tom Holland's Peter Parker throws together on the cheap. In an act of tough love by Tony Stark, he takes back Peter's Mark I suit, forcing Peter to go back to the old suit. This costume has a close resemblance to a Scarlet Spider from the comics with the blue and red colors inverted. While it doesn't have the wrestler or the burglar look to it, it does have the feel of a superhero just starting out and doing things only he can do at the time. It's not durable and it's not meant for combat. This is just a suit that a teenager could realistically make when he's broke, or when he's a cosplayer.
It's not a onesie.
Making its debut in Captain America Civil War, the MCU version of Spider-Man explodes onto the screen with a brand new suit making fans all over the world lose their minds. It was given to Peter by Tony Stark when he enlisted him to apprehend Captain America and Bucky. It has many capabilities we don't get to see until Spider-Man Homecoming. Made by Tony Stark, this suit has everything. The function selections on the suit were actually the inspiration for the PS4 Spider-Man gameplay, from electric webs to web bombs and web traps, even instant kill mode. This suit even pays homage to the comics by adding web gliders under the arms. The most noticeable change is a small drone on the chest, which is disguised as his logo. The eyes of the mask have animated lenses, and did I forget about his suit's AI, Karen?
You can call me Karen if you would like.
Hey Karen, what else can this suit do?
While I'm sure there are many features of the Mark I suit that are yet to be seen, it was still a refreshing new take on Spider-Man's costume for the MCU. This high-tech upgraded suit was introduced briefly in Spider-Man Homecoming, but featured heavily in its full gleaming glory in Avengers Infinity War. Like its comic book counterpart, this suit was created by Tony Stark and even shares its nanotech attributes with the Mark 50 Iron Man suit. The nanotech in the suit allows Peter to turn on or retract the suit at will, which means less time changing and less of a chance of him losing his mask again. It's armored but not bulky. It allows Peter to breathe in low oxygen environments and has offensive features that can aid Peter in a fight with multiple combatants. The color scheme in the comics of the Iron Spider suit is red and gold, much like Iron Man's, but in the movies, it more resembles the classic Spider-Man designs, red and blue, but with gold accents. While he did keep the suit into Far From Home, it reminded him too much of his late mentor, so for now the Iron Spider suit is on the shelf. Maybe we'll see it again in future Spider-Man movies.
What's his name? What's his name?
It's Night Monkey.
Night Monkey?
Yeah.
In Far From Home, Spider-Man is called on assignment by Nick Fury, where he dons an all-black stealth spy suit designed by Sheild. While it didn't have any special or super advanced Stark tech features, it was still a very cool suit to watch in action. Many fans, including us, claimed to see the resemblance of Spider-Man Noir when watching it in theaters. This suit was made to be tactical and stealthy, used for missions where red and blue wouldn't be the most appropriate. The name Night Monkey was originally supposed to be a quick joke for an action scene, but fans took a liking to it, and so the name stuck. Sadly, this costume took a beating during the fight with Mysterio, so we may not ever see this one again. Hopefully there's another black suit down the line that he can wear. Please bring in Venom, please! When Peter is gearing up for his climactic battle with Mysterio, he made a whole new suit for himself with the tech Tony left behind for him. It has all the features of the red and blue suit and some new features as well. It has bigger and more defined underarm gliders, a parachute with the Spider-Man logo on it, as well as limited resistance to fire. Some fans even say it slightly resembles the superior Spider-Man suit, a very durable and sleek design. Spider-Man's popularity still swings to the stratosphere, which means there will be many films and many different versions of Spidey suits to come. This has been an amazing look at the suits so far, and I don't know about you, but we cannot wait to see more. Let us know in the comments if there's a suit you're a huge fan of, and be sure to subscribe right here to the Spider-Man fan channel for all the best Spider-Man videos every week.